dress?
It
Let me
is.
see. Well, that dress makes you look like a bucket of raccoon tails. If I've ever seen one.
And you know, I
Oh, are
love
you
me some
trying to show
raccoon
us that
tails.
shape?
Mama says that's a delicacy around here. Says we need to
Raccoon tails?
you know, and I know it ain't nothing like the oxtails that you people eat when y'all really can't afford it because y'all getting it with them food stamps. But y'all done ran out of food stamps because y'all been selling them and things of that nature. And y'all can't afford no
Yeah.
oxtails this month. But one thing about me is I'm going to eat me a raccoon
Don't
tail.
speak down on oxtails because I know your mama didn't tell you
I
the
ain't
real
speaking
reason
down
why
on them. I'm
they're
just saying I don't really eat
You
them. I know
are
your
speaking
people
down
eat
on
them
them.
like that
And the only
when
reason
they
that
can
y'all don't
afford
eat
them.
oxtails is because that you look like an ox yourself.
And you know
You
what?
look like a big, full bred ox.
And you know what? That's all
A
right.
prize
Because
winning
Mama says
ox.
that men love them something to hold at night. A big girl.
Men do not love
Something
big
warm.
brolic women with birds. You have a bird. Men don't like women with birds, I would know. Unless they're homosexual.
A bird? What is that?
Are you talking about my accent, Turjo?
I sure am. And you know what? You coloreds need to really get yourself some grammar lessons. Because I can hear nothing y'all are saying. You're speaking like
Well, honey, you want to get lessons in the properly how to shave your beard.
and you would know all about that now, wouldn't you? Because I see you got yours cleaned
No,
up
actually, I
nice.
wouldn't.
I see you got yours cleaned up real nice.
I got my what cleaned
You
up
must be
nice.
sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. Or is it Manscaped?
Now, Turjo, you know you would know all about that manscaping, seeing that you have big balls under that dress of
No,
yours.
I know you like to fantasize about women with testicles, but that ain't me. That ain't the kind of girl. That ain't the kind of girl I am. And I know that you're just sick in the head and you like to
Turjo,
think about things like that. Huh?
I have never fantasized about women like you with big balls and big testicles with 4 sets of balls, Turjo. I have
You don't have to
never,
fantasize because
ever.
you're one of them. It's right in your face. It's a reality.
Turjo, you have a prostate. I do not.
And what about it? Lots of women have prostates.
Turn what?
Lots of women that got prostates. Raise your hand if you got a prostate in here. Because I ain't the only one. I can't be. I just can't be. Exactly.
You're the only one on here that
Everybody's
looks like
raising their hand over
a
here.
20-piece box of chicken.
And you know what? I can't stop myself. I can't help myself when I get me some KFC. And I know you relate to something like that. Because you
No, I
color
didn't say
people.
you eat a 20-piece
Oh,
box of chicken. I said you look like a 20-piece box of chicken,
oh,
baby.
round and
The
robust.
boxy shape.
By the
The box shape starts at those shoulders, though, and it goes all the way down to those boxy, flat feet of yours.
well, I don't really get no boxes of pizza because I don't get my chicken from the clucking truck. From the clucking chuck. Down on whatever street you live on, because that's about all you can afford. You can't afford no chain of chicken places. You
Oh,
got to
no,
get you,
what?
huh?
I can't afford no
The
what?
chain, the chain of chicken places. You can't afford them, so you go down to your local chuck clucking chuck and get the scraps of meat like the gizzards and the elbows and the shoulders and things of that nature. Because you still be talking about shoulders and neck pieces
You
of
just
chicken.
described all
Who in
the
their
body
right mind
parts
eats
that you
that?
were born with. Those are the only parts that you're born with. You are made, you're a pile of meat with elbows and shoulders and chicken gizzards. That's all that you are. You don't have no vertebrae. You don't have no back. That's why you're in that wheelchair with those floppy, jiggly, jello legs. You can't use your legs because you weren't born with no legs because all you have is shoulders and kneecap and elbow.
First of all, I've got a long set of legs. Long
Let me
legs.
see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Terry J, what is that smell? My smells like you punched a horse in the mouth and it said nay with his mouth open real wide.
And you know what? That's why I don't never lift my legs. And I was just telling them about the story about the last time I did a cartwheel and almost knocked out half the gymnasium at school. So
Well, let me hear it.
that's basically that's the end of the story. That's it in a nutshell. I was in the
Uh,
gymnasium and I did a cartwheel and people started holding their nose and I said, "What's going on?" I went to the bathroom and took myself a whiff and went home and never came back to school. That's why I've been homeschooled for the last 3
that's why the
years.
paint is peeling on them walls too. Yeah,
And you would know all about that, wouldn't you?
I know all about what.
All about paint peeling from your bathtub, and then they have the maintenance people come from that apartment that you live in, because Lord knows you live on Section 8, babe, and they always do an inspection every year. So they come and they have to make sure everything is right with the outlets and the and the paint peeling and things of that nature. And Lord knows you fail
Mm.
it every single time, and they give you a chance every single time because you just can't be without that Section 8. You can't pay your bills without it. And your mama's been on it since she was a
You
kid.
know, your paint is peeling from the walls just like the back. Your four back teeth are peeling from your rotten ass gums, Terry Joe. Let's see the back of your mouth.
Uh-uh.
I know you
Mama
don't want
says
to
that ain't
open wide.
ladylike to be on here showing the inside of your mouth and things like that. Mama says
You don't want
people.
to show the inside of your mouth because you're afraid that we'll find out that you only have two real teeth and the rest are made out of rice.
No, they're all real, all full human adult teeth.
Full human hippo teeth. But anyways, anyways, Tarja, I just wanted to come out here to tell you how gorgeous of a woman you are. I mean, you coming out here with these big, boisterous nostrils that look like nostrils for a horse, but somehow you make it look good. And then you have the slanted nose. You know, a nose that if you run through a wall, you're sliced right through it. I mean, I've never seen a woman with an arrow nose. You get what I'm saying? You're always pointing in the right direction, aren't you, girl? You're a beautiful woman with a 10 o'clock shadow on your face. And you carry that well, almost as well as you carry those heavy shoulders of yours. Have we talked about the shoulders yet?
We sure have the
We
pork shoulders
haven't.
that you eat every night, because that's about all you can afford.
No, I'm talking about the construction work shoulders that you have. All that. I didn't know that it was happening right by your neck. They're trying to build a foundation for your shoulders. My God, when will they be done with that? Anyways, Terry Joe, I want to talk about this time before you got into your wheelchair and you remember when you broke your leg. I know. Now come with me. Correct me when I'm wrong. Now, remember back in '85 when you broke your leg and you had those set of crutches, and we had to go to NASA and go get those things that hold up the rockets. We had to get the same material to use for your crutches because your shoulders were we couldn't find no real metal for you. I mean, no, none of that, none of the metal that they use for these crutches here. I remember we gave you those crutches, those first set of crutches, and you turned those crutches into little earrings. I mean, you flattened those crutches so fast, they look like little quarters. I said, "Oh no, this just won't do." She just flattened these crutches out like they were nothing. We got to get her something that's going to support this shoulder and this back. So we had to go all the way to NASA and go get that rocket metal. And even almost that didn't work. I'm so glad that you we got you that wheelchair though that that they use at that they make at the airplane factories. You know that's the only material that'll hold you up. My God, today. With those specially made tractor wheels. My God, we looked all over. I cussed out John Deere himself to get those wheels for your wheelchair. So I hope that you like it.
And you know what? The only thing I like is when your man comes over to my house and spends the night and twiddles his thumb with me. Because Lord knows I ain't getting to the bed with him. because I ain't that kind of girl. But we do twiddle our thumbs
Excuse
together.
me?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I like. And it tells me all
You
about
said
you
my
and
man
the
is doing
stench that
what?
comes down from, comes up from your nether regions. He tells me all about it. Tells me about how he walks into your house and he almost faints from the smell in there. Smells like,
Are you trying to tell me that my man is a homosexual?
why would he be homosexual?
Well, he's messing with a girl with a beard.
And what about it? I'm still a girl. If I got a beard
Are
or what?
you?
Huh?
Are you?
I sure am. Am I sensing some transphobia coming from up there? Is that what I'm sensing? Because one
Turns
thing
out
about
you
me
will
is I
never
love
wrap me up in a
homosexuals.
person that's being transphobic, Terry Joe, when you yourself are homophobic. You don't even like the
And you know
homosexuals.
what? Who gives a damn about the homosexuals? They ain't right in the head. They never will be. And I don't really give a fuck who thinks, oh, what people think about that. They ain't never going to be right, and they're going straight down to hell and Hades, where they
You know, ever
should be.
since ever. Terry Joe, do that again.
Do what again?
What was that noise? That deep, boisterous voice that I just heard over there.
That was Uncle Randy. He's back in
Oh,
here, and he's stinking up the house much like you do. It's yours.
Terry Joe, you wear the pins. Anyways,
And
ever
what
since
about
you
it? Sometimes I can't make it to the restroom. Sue me.
Turns out any woman that can't carry no boo boo in her booty up until she gets to the toilet is a nasty woman.
I ain't never shit on myself. I may have pissed,
Yes, you
but
have.
I
You
ain't never
wear the
shit.
pins. I buy them.
Yeah, and you buy them for yourself and your grand. Because
Turns
Lord
out I
knows your
buy
grand's
you
shitting and
and your
pissing all
mama
over
the
your
pins
house.
every Monday,
And
every
you
first
like to wear
Monday